Have you grown tired of catching up and or keeping up with new technology? It seems like every time you turn around, open your email, go to YouTube, there's always some announcement about the algorithm has changed, or there's a new piece of technology that you just have to have as part of your tech stack for your hotel to earn revenue. Well, before you sigh, what I'm going to share with you is actually some encouraging news for hoteliers. Last week, Google had a big leak, and that big leak is basically turned some of what us marketers thought was happening with Google on its head. Things that we thought Google was paying attention to or prioritizing actually are no longer prioritizing, and they're shifting to things that will actually favor well-produced content, relevant content, and really following the EEAT: expertise, experience, authority, and trust. And that acronym is what Google is really valuing. That piece isn't new, but what I'm going to share with you are the crucial insights that you can leverage to improve your Google ranking with the search engine results pages. So that will get you higher up in the search results. In turn, because of that, also increases your website visitation, which then, of course, when your website visitation increases, then your likeliness of capturing more bookings increases too. So, and that is great ROI when you're actually getting revenue booked through your search engine activity. That's hands down beats an OTA commission payment any day. So for years, so here's the 3 hot takes from Google's big leak and how you can leverage it. Produce useful and meaningful content. So Google's AI now measures the effort behind content creation. Quality matters more than ever. And I can't stress that enough because valuable web content and information are promoted. Google actually will promote valuable website content. So AI produced content, not so much. Their bots, their AI is able to detect other AI. So if you are writing using AI, which I actually encourage and I do myself, but always with AI, human oversight is encouraged. So AI produced content with no human oversight, meaning you've had ChatGPT write you a piece, you've copy and pasted it, you will likely be demoted for that. So here's how you can actually leverage producing valuable content. Write in-depth articles or about specific services or activities that your hotel has or does. You can create things like trip itineraries featuring unique experiences, attractions, maybe hidden gems that aren't easy to find on the internet. And the other one would be using user-generated content. So encouraging guests to share their experiences and so that you can then share them on your website. Also, optimize for local SEO. So write about what's going on in your local environment, your events, activities, and local restaurants. Maybe it's not just the restaurants within your hotel, but others outside of it that then increases your local search reach. And then, of course, using high quality images and videos to help your content become more engaging. So the text that is read and the photo that is there, do those all add sort of quality pieces? Are they valuable? One that's particularly useful for guests, but also Google loves seeing this, is virtual tours. So if you have a virtual tour, put it up in the spots where it would be most appropriate, or maybe where you think guests are engaging in a particular area of your site that lists your amenities. Maybe that's a great place to have a little virtual tour call to action button. Okay. The second tip is to clean up your website. And this is based on Google's prioritization of content relevance. And what I mean by relevance is the content on your site relevant to your core business? So for example, if you're a hotel in Like I work with a hotel in the Canadian Rockies, and maybe I'm talking about so for example, irrelevant content might be things like you have a partner who has approached you to put up a listing about vehicles that they have for sale. I don't know. I've seen these requests. It's crazy. And a lot of times these are people that are trying to leverage cross promotion, backlinks. Make sure that those are off your website because that is classified as irrelevant content. And that type of content is now a liability to how well you perform in the search engine rankings. So it's time to clean house and remove or update anything that doesn't serve your core business. So it might look like analyzing your website analytics. This is where you go into your Google Analytics and you look for pages that have low engagement or really low traffic and ask yourself, do these pages add value to my site? Are they relevant? And if not, then rewrite them so that they are more relevant or just eliminate it entirely. One of the best things actually is to keep those. And then when you go through and either eliminate pages or update the content, then you can schedule reviews. So schedule periods throughout the year where you are reviewing not only your web performance, but also where you may be underperforming. And what I see a lot of people doing is looking for where they're getting big numbers, but they're not paying so much attention to the areas of their website that are putting up small numbers. And those are important ones to pay attention to. And the third tip that I'm going to share with you today is to invite action. And this is one of my favorite tips because it's all about those CTAs, those call to actions, those buttons or links throughout your site. Now, we always know that CTAs are important, but actually now we know through this Google leak that Google is rewarding clickable content. So Google's using click data to boost search rankings. So how can you leverage this? Well, add a call to action button to every page. I have seen so many hotel websites where there isn't a call to action behind something that they're either offering or even on their rooms page, whatever it might be, have a call to action. If you want someone to take an action on a page that you're offering something, or you want them to maybe go visit another page, you should have a call to action at least once on every page of your website. I feel very strongly about this. You can probably tell. The other one is when I see a hotel website that has all the different room categories, but there is no option to book now for each of those particular room types. The best thing to do is to use the room type link so that when the guest actually clicks on a particular room type, that it takes you to a booking engine that matches the room type. So they don't have to re-sift through all of your different room types to find that the one that they actually wanted. So make sure that you make it really easy and line up your booking engine links with your book now buttons on your rooms page. Create internal links in your content. So if you're talking about whitewater rafting and you want people to experience whitewater rafting as a part of maybe an add-on to a package, you can have a whitewater rafting page that then points to a package offer. And so you can cross-promote in different website pages. Make sure that your CTAs, your call to action buttons, stand out. I always like to use a verb. So in those, so it's like really action oriented word, and then use the same colors. This is a practice that I like to follow. Use the same colors for your call to action buttons throughout your site. So don't change them because a guest will become familiar with looking through your site and noticing which call to action buttons they need to pay attention to. And when they're all the same color, you make it easy to buy. And then, of course, using testimonials and reviews and ratings near your call to actions, because that just really reinforces that piece of social proof that really helps them establish that trust that they're looking for before they take an action on your site, like book now. Okay, so out of all of those three, my question to you is, which tip will you be actioning first? Is it produce useful and meaningful content? Is it clean up your website? Or are you going to invite action? Which action are you going to take first? I'm hoping that you, over time, will implement all three across your website. So with a bit of time and intention, your website's going to climb the search engine ranks. You will be rewarded for your effort. Thanks for watching.